Before the magical adventure begins, leave a like and subscribe to follow our enchanted stories. Your support helps us create even more magical stories for you.
In the old forest, the princess sat by the cool well. She held a golden ball, which was her most favorite plaything. She tossed the ball up high and caught it again. But this time, the ball fell past her little hand.
It struck the ground and rolled straight into the deep water. The well was so deep that no bottom could be seen.
The princess began to cry, for her beautiful ball was gone. The princess cried, her tears falling into the deep, dark well.
Suddenly, a large green frog stretched his head out of the water.
The frog asked why she wept so bitterly in the sunlight. She pointed to the depths where her golden ball had vanished.
The frog offered to retrieve her toy, but demanded a reward. He did not want jewels, but to be her dear companion.
Desperate for her ball, the princess promised him whatever he wished.
Satisfied, the frog dipped his head and dived into the water.
The princess waited anxiously as the frog swam deep below.
Soon, he came paddling back with the ball in his mouth. He climbed the mossy stones and dropped the ball on the grass.
Overjoyed, the princess snatched her beautiful toy from the ground. She ran away toward the castle, ignoring the frog's loud calls.
The next day, the king and the princess sat together at the royal dinner table. Suddenly, a strange splashing sound came creeping up the marble staircase outside.
It went plop, 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 until it stopped, and a loud knock struck the door.
Princess, youngest princess, open the door for me.
The princess ran to see who it was, opening the heavy door just a crack.
When she saw the frog sitting there, she slammed the door shut in terror.
She returned to the table and sat down, her heart beating violently with fear.
My child, what are you so afraid of?
Is there a giant outside?
No, it is only a nasty frog.
That which you have promised, you must perform. Let him in.
Reluctantly, the princess walked back to the door to obey her father's command.
The princess opened the door, and the frog hopped in. He followed her to the royal chair where she sat.
Lift me up beside you, he cried, but she hesitated.
The king commanded it, so she placed him on the table.
Push your plate nearer, he said, and began to eat.
The frog enjoyed the meal, but every bite choked her.
I am tired, he said. Carry me to your room.
She carried him upstairs and put him in a corner.
But when she was in bed, he crept up to her.
He said, "I am tired. I want to sleep as well as you. Lift me up."
Then she was terribly angry and took him up and threw him with all her might against the wall.
"Now, will you be quiet, odious frog?" said she.
But when he fell down, he was no frog, but a king's son with beautiful, kind eyes.
He, by her father's will, was now her dear companion and husband.
Then he told her how he had been bewitched by a wicked witch.
And how no one could have delivered him from the well but herself, and that tomorrow they would go together into his kingdom. A splendid carriage, drawn by 8 white horses, drove up to the castle gate.
Faithful Heinrich had 3 iron bands around his heart to keep it from bursting with sorrow.
The prince and the princess stepped into the carriage, full of joy and relief.
Heinrich stood behind to share their happiness, and the carriage set off for home.
They traveled through the kingdom, leaving the dark forest far behind them.
Suddenly, a loud cracking sound was heard, as if the carriage were breaking apart.
"Heinrich! The carriage is breaking!" "No, master. It is not the carriage, but a band from my heart."
Twice more it cracked, as the remaining bands broke away, freeing his heart from pain. Relieved and happy, they all rode together toward the king's palace. The princess learned that a promise given must always be kept with honor. While faithful Heinrich proved that true loyalty is the greatest power of all.